Hello everyone, welcome to this devlog. I'm going to introduce you to a project I'm working on recently. A cat that lives on your desktop. It's a bit like a modern Tamagotchi, a pet simulator rather than a game at its current state. This adorable virtual cat keeps you company while you are working, playing, or watching YouTube videos. So, why did I make this game? It all started with an impulse purchase. About half a year ago, I bought a cat. No, not a real cat. It's a cat asset I found on itch.io. At the time, I didn't have a concrete plan for it. It was just a Christmas gift to myself. It sat untouched for months as I brainstormed various game ideas that never quite clicked. Then, inspiration struck. I stumbled across Rusty's Retirement, an idle farming game that resides on your screen's edge. What if I take this concept and combine it with one of my abandoned game ideas? The concept was simple. A virtual cat that the player had to interact with to earn points, which can be used to adopt more cats or purchase toys. The cat will play with the toys itself, which will generate more points, so the player can get more cats and toys. You get that idea? It's an idle game. But, do you see a problem here? That sounds a bit boring, which is why it was abandoned in the first place. However, if it doesn't require your full attention and just sits there while you're doing other stuff, not a problem anymore. Another thing to mention, I envisioned a beautiful pixel art background for the game, but my art skills weren't up to the task. And commissioning an artist was too expensive for a hobby project that has yet to be started. Never mind now, I don't need any background art anymore. A win-win situation. Anyway, I started experimenting with the Godot engine, which conveniently had most of the features I needed. I enabled the transparent background option and made the game window to stay on top of other windows. However, I ran into a problem. You couldn't click through the transparent parts. After some research, I solved that issue by accessing some Windows API through C#, which is supported by the mono version of Godot. One downside of this approach was the pure black pixels would turn transparent. So I had to make all black pixels almost black. A small price to pay for such a cool effect. I also did something interesting with the UI. Initially, I had a settings menu at the bottom right of the screen, but it sometimes got in the way. So I created a draggable book. Click on it, and it opens up the UI where you can find the settings as well as manage and customize your cats. Speaking of customization, I've made the cat customizable by mixing and matching parts from the original asset. I even created a plugin and a tutorial for it. Right now, the game is pretty basic. Besides petting and playing with the cat, there isn't much else to do. They just chill at the bottom of your screen. But you know what? Even in this early stage, it brings me joy. They've been wandering around my second monitor for a month now, and I'm confident this project has potential to grow. Here's what's next on my roadmap. Of course, it's still in the early stage of development, and I'm certain that my plan will change as it progresses. Keep in mind, I'm a hobbyist game developer working on this project in my free time, so it might be a while before you see the next devlog. I'll be working at my own pace, enjoying the process as I go. That's all for this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like on it and remember to subscribe for more game dev content. I'm Boon, Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.